Your child is an undiagnosed genius, and here's how to help them with that. As school comes back, here's some ways that you can really set them up for success that no one ever talks about. One, look at how the teacher is doing things and try to mimic it at home, providing the sense of consistency between home and school. If your child has a hook where they put their bag and their shoes at school, reinforce that, especially if they're in the lower grades like primary or grade 1, and get them a hook and a place to put their shoes that looks like the hook and is at the same level as the hook. It reinforces these patterns because, let's face it, your child is probably not a very good rule follower, and you love that about them. And at the same time, they have to go to work for 8 hours a day, and you want them to be successful there. So a simple command strip hook will work, but notice how it's at their level, and then get them another hook for their school bag. And even some teachers put another hook for their shoes, and they put the shoes backwards with the heel going into each of those hooks. Or one of those fabric baskets or bin or plastic there, and then all their things go into that bin. It will look awkward, it will not go with your decor, but it will be an encapsulation of the school environment, which lets that child separate home rules from school rules. So all of those school paraphernalias, that represents the school environment, school rules. So when they come in, give them a place to put those down. Make it very simple. If there are a lot of things that come home, so you've got the kind of kid that likes to find things on the schoolyard and put them in their pockets, you can take one of those hooks and hang a mesh bag or hang a reusable shopping bag on there and have them put it in that bag. Your child needs to know that their special things are safe somewhere, and that will do the trick. Or a set of plastic drawers, you pull it out, you put it in the drawer, they can see that it's there, they can see that it's safe. And the other thing that's really important is that you're always looking to generate autonomy for the student, your child. And so you don't go into their office. Think of it like Les Nessman on WKRP in Cincinnati back in the day, that sitcom show where he put a piece of tape around his desk. And even though he was not afforded a cubicle or his own office space, if you wanted to talk to Les, you had to go up and you had to pretend like you were opening a door. You had to knock. Just treat it like it is their domain. It only needs to be a 2 by 2 foot space, but that is their office now. Some people even put a clothespin with a command strip on the wall, and so you can build more autonomy by having your child go through their school bag. If they have a report that comes home, sometimes teachers have a home school communication folder. That's kind of a thing now. They can pin that to the hook that you've hung on the wall, the clothespin. And any other work that's coming home, they pin it to the clothespin, and then this is something for me to review and sign. And you leave it on the clothespin, they get it. And everything is as close to the door that they're going to exit and enter to as possible. Even if you have a garage that you walk through, you could put it in the garage. What's important as well when you're setting it up is to give, they call it forced choice. It's more like these are the requirements and this is the freedom you have within that. So you can say, we need a place to hang your coat. Do you want this hook or this hook? Do you want it at this height or this height? So you're not discussing how you're going to hang the coat or whether it's going to get hung up. You're giving a container to the activity by saying, this is the standard, and we're collaborating because this is where your authority comes in. My authority is we're setting up this spot, and this is how I'm setting it up with the hook. Your authority is to decide where we're going to place the hook, where we're going to place the basket. Start with whatever the non-negotiables are so that you're not poo-pooing their selection, because maybe they choose, I'm going to put the box next to my bed. And then you're in this back and forth argument, control struggle about whether the box goes next to the bed. So instead, preface everything by saying, we're going to set up a spot for all of your school things. What do you need? We're going to put it here. Here's a box, and here's a box. Which box do you like? So providing choice within the parameters that you know are fixed for you.